When I was a kid, I loved the Speed Channel. Not just for its live racing content, but for its other programming, which can best be described as, well, other. From the late 2000s to the early 2010s, variety racing shows like Lucas Oil on the Edge, reality racing combinations like Pink's All Out and Are You Faster Than a Redneck, and general car-related programming like Car Warriors, Shot Cut Rebuild, and Unique Whips would grace its airwaves. My memories of these shows range from fond to vague. Nothing could ever match the 10, though.
You don't take out the leader. You don't take out your teammate. You don't take out Dale Earnhardt Jr. at Talladega.
But my memory of Speed Channel original programming is missing a sizable gap. Namely, everything before around 2008. One evening I was refreshing my memory on which order NASCAR Performance, NASCAR Smarts, and NASCAR in a Hurry aired prior to Cup races, and I stumbled upon something that I had never heard of before.
Speed Series premiere. Obsessed fans compete for a date with NASCAR star John Wood.
The less a girl knows about racing, the better off she is.
See how far they'll go.
I'll make it worth your while.
I Want to Date a Race Car Driver. Premieres Wednesday night, 8 Eastern, only on Speed.
I Want to Date a Race Car Driver. NASCAR's answer to The Bachelor. Only 4 episodes of this show were aired, and to my knowledge, none have ever surfaced. The host of this show was Scott Lasky, whose IMDb page lists him as having hosted the show Celebrity Adventures and composing the music for the acclaimed Green Arrow fan film. The stakes were much lower than The Bachelor, as contestants competed for a date with the race car driver rather than their hand in marriage. To apply to be a contestant on I Want to Date a Race Car Driver, one had to follow these instructions, including recording a 3 to 5 minute video message stating their case and submitting it via mail as a VHS tape. No other video formats were accepted, only VHS. The series premiered on June 9th, 2004, with the episode Woke Up with Wood, featuring John Wood as the first race car driver that 4 women wanted to date. According to a 2022 article from Matthew Burrows, Wood was quoted as saying, "I had a live-in girlfriend at the time, but I didn't think it was a problem." John's problem would quickly be solved, as soon after he no longer had a girlfriend. In each episode, the contestants were given a series of challenges to complete. This week, according to Reality Bites on the Reality TV World forums, contestants had to apply lipstick while in the passenger seat of a moving race car, assemble and race a scooter, fill up as many gas cans as possible in 15 minutes, and finally write and perform a comedy sketch. It is not clear how this would determine which contestant John Wood was most attracted to. The 4 women gave glowing reviews of their time on the show to the Speed Channel website, with the eventual winner, Jennifer, saying it was the time of her life.
How does an average Joe get a date with NASCAR knockout Leilani Munter? It ain't easy.
Don't sniff the paint! Use it!
Catch an all-new I Want to Date a Race Car Driver tonight, 8 Eastern, exclusively on Speed.
Despite the commercial's focus on women competing for the affection of a male race car driver, the second episode, titled Va Va Vroom, featured 4 men seeking a date with driver Leilani Munter, who had not yet become vegan. Munter was introduced as a late model driver, causing at least one viewer to believe that she was a model/race car driver who had passed away between filming and airing. In this episode, the 4 men had to spray paint Leilani's face onto the ground while on an ATV, assemble and race a big wheel, play a game of combination paintball and capture the flag, and finally, write and perform a love song for Leilani. Jerry, the episode's winner, described the challenges as a little weird, but enjoyed his time on the show nonetheless, commending Leilani for knowing what she wants in life and striving to get it. The third episode, titled Double Trouble, featured motorcycle racing brothers Ben and Eric Bostrom. The contestants, once again women, had to drive golf carts while blindfolded, race bikes and dune buggies, guide hamsters and wheels around a miniature racetrack, and pose for pictures in a calendar. Ben and Eric chose contestants Jennifer and Nancy as their dates. It is assumed, though not confirmed, that the Jennifer from this episode and the Jennifer who won a date with John Wood are different Jennifers. The 4th and final episode of I Want to Date a Race Car Driver starred Brandon Witt, a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series driver whose first and only NASCAR win came just over a year after this episode aired.
Spinner in turn 3. It's Jimmy Spencer spinning in turn 3 and 4. That creates smoke, but will it bring out the caution? As far as we know, it will not. And so, Ron Hornaday will try to hold on, but Hornaday has problems in the smoke. He gets spun around. The 38 comes by him, and it'll be Brandon Witt taking the checkered flag.
The final batch of contestants were made to walk in a straight line in a wind tunnel, race a miniature triathlon, cook Brandon's favorite meal, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and apple pie, and carry pieces of mannequins into Nashville Superspeedway. Unfortunately, interviews with the contestants of these final 2 episodes have been lost to time as they weren't saved to the Internet Archive. According to the show's admittedly unsourced Wikipedia page, I Want to Date a Race Car Driver was mostly panned by viewers who believed it to be a new low for the Speed Channel. Having never seen any episode of this show, I have some theories as to why it failed. The over-reliance on wacky challenges rather than just spending quality time with The Bachelor, which seemingly took place off-screen, likely turned off the dating show market, that is, if they even knew of its existence, considering your average viewer of The Bachelor likely isn't looking for more dating shows on the Speed Channel. This leaves the only other group of people who would be watching the show, Speed Channel's core audience. People like this guy from the BobIsTheOilGuy.com forums, who complained in 2005 about shows that follow around a little-known NASCAR driver while he waters his bushes. When I turned on Speed Channel, I expected to see stuff like this.
Look at that!
And this.
Oh, no! 2 turns to go.
Chad Reed's bike going up in smoke!
And this.
Keep your foot in it! Keep your foot in it!
Still
Keep your
going.
foot in it! Ah!
If a young me turned on Speed Channel and was met with I Want to Date a Race Car Driver, I'd probably change the channel to Sports Center. The most surprising thing about this show to me is that it didn't air during the recession. A few years after this show aired, nearly every channel on television would turn to cheaply made reality programming, while Speed Channel was able to survive on its live sports. As I mentioned earlier, none of the 4 episodes have surfaced online. The reason I'm making this video is that I would like this to change. If you or someone you know has a copy of I Want to Date a Race Car Driver, I implore you to share it with the world. It sounds like fantastic mid-2000s trash television, and I need to watch it.